If you think distilled white vinegar is just the sour stuff you use for salads or cleaning, you are missing out on one of the most transformative ingredients in your kitchen. Understanding each vinegar's unique properties allows you to chemically tenderize, preserve, and brighten your cooking, fundamentally transforming how you use them. That is a direct quote from Vom Fass USA, and it sets our baseline. The main chemical compound that makes vinegar sour is exactly the same across the board. It acts like the foundational beat of a song that all vinegars share.
Humans have been intentionally making this liquid since the days of ancient Babylon around 5000 BCE. The process only happens when a specific type of bacteria called Acetobacter gets to work. These bacteria rust drinkable alcohol, turning it into acid. Most common kitchen vinegars fall within a narrow band between 4 and 8% acetic acid.
Distilled white vinegar has a relatively high acetic acid concentration, 5% to 7%. It is pure, clean sourness with no other flavor distractions. Food scientist Claire Lower puts it perfectly. Because it adds no complex taste or color, it is your best friend for tasks like pickling. You get the sterilizing power and a massive acidic blast without muddying the brine. There's a reason why lemon juice tastes sour longer than pure white vinegar does, and it completely changes which one you should use in cooked versus raw foods. We will explain the volatility trick shortly. Although all vinegars are sour, the ingredient they started as is what creates the unique background flavor and color profile. The acetic acid is just the volume knob. The secondary acids are the melodies that make the flavor interesting. Chefs reach for white wine vinegar when they build light, delicate sauces. White wine vinegar works brilliantly here because it lacks the heavy, drying tannins found in dark grapes. Tannins are those naturally occurring compounds that create a dry, puckering sensation in your mouth. Without them, white wine vinegar leaves a clean profile. It brings bright acidity and residual flavor compounds left over from the fermentation, lifting the dish without weighing down your palate. Red wine vinegar is the exact opposite. Because it is fermented from red wine, it holds on to those heavy tannins. If you pour red wine vinegar into a delicate white sauce, those heavy tannins will clash violently with light ingredients. You will completely ruin the pale color of the dish and add an unwanted heavy texture to the liquid. But when you build a robust beef stew or a heavy tomato reduction, those same tannins are exactly what you need to cut through the fat. People often buy apple cider vinegar for its alleged health benefits, but its real culinary secret is malic acid. This is the secondary acid naturally found in apples and other fruits. It gives the vinegar a pronounced fruity crispness. Think of the sharp sensation when you take a crisp bite into a green apple. That is malic acid at work. It is essential for cutting the rich, heavy fat in pork dishes or adding a bright dimension to coleslaw that pure white vinegar could never achieve. If you grab a bottle of apple cider vinegar, which typically has a pH between 3.3 and 3.5, and a bottle of white vinegar, which typically has a pH between 2.4 and 2.7, they can both say 5% acidity on the label. But because of those hidden fruit compounds, the apple cider vinegar will taste significantly less harsh than the white. The label tells you the chemical strength, but it actively lies to your tongue. Malt vinegar offers a savory complexity that goes far beyond a plate of fish and chips. It is made from fermented malted barley, grain that has been sprouted and dried exactly like the grain used to brew beer. Because of this specific grain base, its flavor compounds carry a deep, toasted, savory profile. This earthy depth cuts through heavy cooking oil with a savory punch. It is a massive secret weapon in the kitchen. When you want to add rich umami depth to brown gravies or slow-cooked caramelized onions, skip the wine and splash in some malt vinegar. Rice vinegar is the backbone of East Asian cooking, and you routinely ruin dishes by wrongly substituting it with white vinegar. Rice vinegar is inherently milder than most Western types, which usually contain 5 to 7% acid. It often contains only about 4% acid. This low acid percentage is absolutely crucial for delicate recipes like sushi. You need the acid to balance the sticky rice, but you cannot overwhelm delicate ingredients like raw fish and seaweed. As the experts at the Sourdough Journey note, the lower acid allows the subtle, sweet notes of the rice to survive the chemical reaction. Do not overlook tropical vinegars. Cane vinegar is an absolute staple of Filipino cuisine. Instead of grains or grapes, it is fermented directly from sugarcane juice, Philippines. This base ingredient leaves behind an inherent sweetness and a distinct fruity aroma. It creates a natural sweet and sour balance right out of the bottle. When you build tropical marinades, spicy chutneys, or glazes, cane vinegar balances the fiery heat without the harsh, aggressive bite of a grape-based acid. Subscribe, please. Subscribe, please. Fermented directly from coconut palm sap, coconut vinegar acts entirely differently from its tropical neighbor. It offers a unique flavor profile that is mildly sweet, slightly yeast-like, and incredibly gentle on the tongue. When you need a gentle sourness that won't bulldoze the other flavors in a bowl, coconut vinegar is your best option. The strength of any vinegar is determined by its total acidity, which must be legally mandated, often a minimum of 4% or 5% in commercial standards. This percentage must be legally printed on the bottle. Always check this number when you use a mild tropical vinegar for canning or pickling, because a gentle acid might not be strong enough to keep food safe in a jar. Sherry vinegar, or Vinagre de Jerez, is mandatory if you want sophisticated flavor. Authentic sherry vinegar, Vinagre de Jerez, is aged in the Andalusia region of Spain using the Solera system. Imagine a perpetual tiered wine blender. Old wine sits in the bottom barrels and newer wine sits on top. As makers pull vinegar from the bottom, they refill it from the tier above. The old liquid constantly teaches the new liquid. This slow, controlled exposure to air creates massive oxidative complexity. Aging one vinegar for 12 years dramatically increases its complexity. But what is the specific chemical process happening inside those wooden barrels? We will find out next. The ultimate vinegar is traditional balsamic. If your bottle is cheap, thin, and watery, you are using it wrong. True, legally protected Aceto Balsamico Tradizionale is made exclusively from cooked grape must, grape juice that has been boiled down and concentrated before fermentation. It must be aged in barrels for a minimum of 12 years. Over 12 years in those barrels, the water slowly evaporates, concentrating the remaining liquid into a thick, dark stream of complex flavor. It is packed with unfermented residual sugars and tartaric acid, the primary sharp acid naturally found only in grapes. High-quality balsamic usually has about a 6% acetic acid concentration, slightly higher than the 5% standard often found in apple cider or distilled white vinegars. But the pH scale, the dimmer switch for sourness, is massive for balsamic, ranging from 2.5 to 4.5. This explains why some bottles deliver an aggressive punch to the palate, while a 12-year-old bottle feels incredibly smooth and sweet. It is best used for finishing a plate, not for boiling in a pan. This relates back to the volatility trick. Acetic acid is highly volatile. It acts like a flashbulb, an intense punch in the nose that disappears quickly. But non-volatile acids, like the citric acid found in lemons and limes, act like a heavy blanket. They linger longer on your tongue, making your mouth water long after you swallow. That difference in how fast the acid evaporates dictates your recipe. Vinegar sits in a specific sweet spot on the acid scale, punchier than orange juice, pH 3.3 to 4.2, but usually less intense than pure lemon juice, pH 2.0 to 2.6. You can also pull from lactic acid, the mellow acid produced by bacteria in fermented foods like sourdough. Lactic acid feels much smoother and softer on the palate, balancing flavors without any harsh sharpness. If you want to understand the chemical process that gives us these distinct flavor compounds, watch our video on the surprising history and science of fermentation. Vinegar is not a monolith. By understanding the base ingredient and its resulting acid compounds, you stop treating it as a simple sour liquid and start using it as a sophisticated flavor architect to achieve truly balanced, vibrant food. If you're like this, why real vanilla costs so much and when to use imitation, that's the next one.